About this unfortunate incident that happened in Karur last week, where Times Now has accessed the 16-page Madras High Court order copy, which puts the spotlight on the incident that went unreported and probably deliberately hidden. The court mentions in the order copy that a bus carrying Vijay was involved in an accident prior to this tragedy that happened in Karur. Now, the court was shown certain footages pertaining to this accident, after which it was evident that two motorcycles were involved in the accident, and the driver of the bus, having collided with them, was seen on the accident site. He rather decided to flee from the spot. Now, the court has expressed its deep anguish and concern over the failure of the authorities as well to take suo motu action, and saying that even in the absence of a formal complaint from the aggrieved parties, it is the duty of the state to register a suo motu FIR to ensure that the accused face trial in accordance with the law. Now, as far as when it comes to the court is concerned, that has now zeroed in on these visuals that has been widely shared of motorbikes colliding near Vijay's convoy, and fans also being pushed aside to make way for his bus, and chaos that had happened. As far as when it comes to the campaign bus of TVK chief is concerned, the driver saw it yet did not stop. And the court has now come out heavily on both the DMK and the TVK, asking if this is not a case of hit and run, then why was no case registered and suo motu action that was taken up by the police? Because according to the court, it appears to be the state showing leniency towards the organizers of the event. Dharni, is there clarity on this hit and run accident? Did it happen on the same day when the Karur tragedy happened? And was this the accident the reason that led to the delay of Vijay reaching the venue site?
Well, of course, from the looks of it, it definitely seems like this in fact happened when Vijay was on the way to Karur from Namakkal. Several footages from Vijay's travel, they were shown to the judge in this particular case, that is Justice N. Sendilkumar, and he notes that on two occasions, the bus carrying Mr. Vijay, it had a minor collision with two motorcycles, and both of these instances, they have not been recorded by the police. There has been no registration of FIR in connection with these two minor collisions, is what the judge notes. And he also goes on to express anguish and disappointment over the police department that, even if there is no formal complaint from the affected parties, the police department should have taken a suo motu cognizance, and the suo motu FIR has to be registered in this case. A suo motu cognizance has to be taken, and the accused in this case, the people concerned, they should be facing action, is what the Madras High Court has noted in this particular order. In fact, we're being joined by DMK spokesperson Mr. Saravanan. Sir, in the Madras High Court order copy of Justice N. Sendilkumar, it is told that there was two cases of minor hit and run, but still the police department has not registered any FIR, and the court is asking why there has been no FIR. Even if there is no formal complaint from the affected parties, the police could have taken suo motu action and could have registered a suo motu FIR.
Yeah, see, in the normal course of events, definitely that incident would have ended up in an FIR immediately, and action would have been initiated. But it was succeeded by, again, a big tragedy where 41 people have been dead. So the entire focus was on that 41 people's death, recovery and all that. And now the Madras High Court has pointed out, certainly FIR will be registered. Luckily, there were no loss of life in that incident. Nonetheless, it is a rash and negligent act. We should not have happened. See, what is more worrisome is the way, see, from the leader to the bus driver there, none of them have remorse. Somebody is hit by a vehicle, they did not even bother to stop that vehicle. This is the kind of respect they have for their cadres. This is the kind of responsibility they have. They are not bothered about anything. They are drunk on power. They think they'll become the chief minister in 2026 just because some 10,000 people have come for their meeting. And this is giving them that arrogance. And this arrogance is the reason, main reason for what happened there. And the Madras High Court has clearly pointed this out also. There is no remorse, no responsibility, no accountability, no regrets expressed. And is that the quality of
No, Dharni then ask him if the state government is treading cautiously without naming Vijay as far as in the FIR is concerned. That question has also been raised by the court.
Sir, actually the court is also going on to ask why Mr. Vijay has not been named in any of the FIRs in connection with the Karur Stampede or even with these two instances of minor hit and run. Why is Mr. Vijay not being made an accused in any of these matters? Is the police department or is the Tamil Nadu government being lenient towards Mr. Vijay?
No, see, the FIR is not an encyclopedia. The FIR has been registered, taking into account that who sought the permission, who met the district authorities, who was there, the man on the ground. And the first man, the Madhyal again, who is the district secretary for that particular area, who made the arrangements, and Mr. Busianen, who went and sought permission with the district administration, they have been made as an accused. And one person has been, 2 persons have been arrested. Mr. Busianen is absconding, and anticipatory bail is also dismissed. So when you investigation is a step-by-step process. So when the role of all these persons come out, what transpired, we'll have a bigger picture of what transpired. Then responsibility will be fixed, howsoever high they may be. The law will take its own course.
So law will take its own course. That's the reaction coming in on the DMK side. However, remember, on part of the political party, the court has come down heavily on both the state government and on TVK as well. But as far as when it comes to this order copy is concerned that has been accessed by Times Now, let's put out the hit and run angle that has now emerged. It was never previously reported. Was it deliberately hidden? Well, let's put out those revelations there. Bus carrying Vijay was involved in the accident. The same bus that Vijay uses for his election campaign. So the bus with Vijay is said to be involved in 2 of those accidents that has been reported, but there was collision with certain bikes, and despite that the bus driver continued to move, and thereafter realizing what has happened, he decided to flee from the accident site. Now, even when it comes to these incidents, as we heard Mr. Sarvaran saying that thankfully no lives were lost or any injuries that happened, but was this incident never reported? Because there has been no FIR that was filed after this hit and run has happened, and neither when it comes to the aggrieved parties who also approached the police for justice. Despite that, the court is of the opinion that the state government should have suo moto, the police should have suo moto filed an FIR in this case, as far as this is now part of the High Court order copy that has taken on both when it comes to the state government, the administration, the police, and also when it comes to the TVK. Let's in the meantime shift focus and talk about the other state now. When we